Hello, everyone. This is Spiritual Teacher for You. My name is Cassie, and I'm doing a little bit of a late reading. I usually don't record this late, so I'm excited. But right on out, right to business, is the King of Pentacles. And that's the energy I felt was like, get busy. That's interesting that I get that from the King of Pentacles. Oh, there's an opportunity that you need to jump on. When you feel the energy of it, jump on it. When it feels easy. and I feel like your old self is going to maybe come through and try to be like, if it's too easy, it's too good to be true. No. No, when it's easy and it feels right, that's how it is supposed to be. So yeah, go with that. Doing a little bit of a night reading, which I don't normally do. So I'm excited because normally I'm looking out at my window and it's daytime and I can see everything, and now it's like dark and I can't see anything. So it's very bright but very dark outside. So a big contrast there. I was very pulled to my charms. By the way, this is Spiritual Teacher for You. My name is Cassie, and welcome to my channel. Welcome to this reading. I am an energy reader, an intuitive, an empath. I'm several things. I'm discovering new things all the time. So I feel like I'm on a journey right now to um, see what I am capable of. And I love that you guys are joining me for this journey because I try to get on here and spread the word, whatever, or spread the messages. So we've got a couple of charms coming on out here. Something feels like it's very deep. Interesting. Okay. There we go. Okay. So what I pulled out was a clamshell or an oyster. I'm not really sure, to be honest. It's just one that you find. There's dozens, many of these on the beach. The I am successful yellow stone there. The dice with the subitizing dots on it for any teachers out there that know what I'm talking about. Another dice with a bumblebee inside of it, and another dice with the Lord of the Rings line from Lord of the Rings, and then a rose quartz here. Okay, so this was the one that I felt buried deep, the rose quartz, which symbolizes love, self love. So something about something being buried deep. In order to fully love yourself, you're gonna have to dig for it. So let's see if there's any messages coming with these things. My cat is meowing like she's looking for someone. I can know her meows. So there's something here about knowing uh, how to communicate, or knowing the different calls for something. Um, so if she's saying hello, it's like a meow. And if she wants you to feed her, it's like a meow. It's like a yelling at you. And then if she's about to throw up, it's like a meow. And if she's looking for someone, it's a meow. So I've learned her meows and what they mean. So there's something here about learning a different language. Yeah. I'm getting the language of the universe. So it's like once you notice patterns enough, you start to learn a language. The patterns are the language. Very interesting. So this is the universe speaking to you through signs, symbols, synchronicities. She's still searching. It seems like someone's searching for you, or you are searching for someone. And you're like actively calling them out. You may have even done like a love spell or like some kind of ritual to bring in your love. Maybe you've been listening to like subliminals for love. Feels like you're calling something in. Okay. So, And you know, the clamshell or the oyster that holds the pearl, um, you have to dig deep to find that pearl, right? And so I had to dig deep to find this rose quartz. So there's something here about digging deep in order to find your essence, your true self. Interesting. I am successful. I mean, that message is, oh, it almost slipped out of my hands. It almost slipped out of your hands. So something almost got away from you, or yeah, or is about to. So, but don't let it, obviously. So there's something that almost got away from you, but did not. And the yellow here from the stone is reminding me of our solar plexus. I'm also noticing this, and I saw the word stressful. So some of you might be going through a stressful time right now, and maybe that's why this opportunity or something slipped out of your hands because you're blinded by the stress. Or the stress is making you want to make a decision that you don't actually want to make, or the confrontational energy or whatever energy is surrounding your situation. Could be even a backstabby. I'm getting like a stabby feeling in my back here. Um, something, there's just something, pain or heartache or like some kind of pain that's happening that is almost letting something get away. So hold on to it. Don't let it go, okay? And then we have the subitizing dots. Subitizing is learning the formation of dots in order to associate it with a number. So it helps children who are learning, or anyone who is learning numbers for the first time. It helps them put a visual with the number and a quantity with the number. So it's giving an equal exchange of something. If you say the number 7, there's these formation of dots that represent the number 7. So I felt the need to explain that because of what? So something, you're learning something. Someone must be learning a new language, but you're definitely learning the patterns. This is all about patterns and learning the patterns of the dots. Like I can look at that and know that's 7 because if you take the dot away in the middle, that's the number 6 and one more would be 7. So it also teaches foundational addition, subtraction, because I was taking the dot away, adding it back. It's a good tool. So there's something about having a really good tool for teaching something. So let's roll this and see what we get. I wish I could, I'm feeling drawn to show you my desk, but okay, so I'm going to roll this so you can see it. And we've got the number 3. And you know that because you learned that a long time ago. And so now it's easy. So there's something here about mastering something and it becoming easier and easier because you've mastered it. It's something about learning here. Okay, so here is the dice with the bumblebee. B is about getting busy. And that is what I said earlier, is like it's time to get busy. The number 5. So the number 5 is that of a change, a big change, adventure, something new, something transforming, something transitioning. There's just something that's going to be different. Okay. Getting like the number 5 when it comes to the road. Maybe there's a 5 in like on the number of the highway that's near you, which probably there is, but there's something here about a 5 in the road. Like I saw a speed limit sign with a 5 on it. Okay, we got 1, and this is the Lord of Rings. 1 is a new beginning, new opportunity, new energy, new something. Something is beginning. Because you're taking what you've learned from the past and it has transformed you, and you are using it for something new. And the rose quartz here is just saying that you have come to a new level of self love now, that this is a new, I'm seeing the Fool from tarot in my eye, just this new beginning here. Okay. All right. I'm going to pause and turn my camera back around. All right. That was a little adventurous field trip there. Um, okay, you guys. So let's see what tarot has to say. We've got the Four of Wands. This is the energy of celebrating, coming together and celebrating. I mean, it's literally a wedding. This could be a wedding for someone. There's something here, a decoration of a garland there. I'm getting Christmas time. So Christmas time might be a significant time. The star on the bottom of the deck got my attention. So that feels like it belongs out here. The Queen of Wands is also here. So guys, this is the energy of someone really coming into themselves or already there. In fact, they've come into themselves and now it's just a time to celebrate, a time to, what spirit? Let's give them the words that really mean ring true to them. I just saw fireworks and like a Japanese, like a Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year I got. It's the year of the snake. Snakes might be significant to you. Yeah, you've shed that old belief about yourself that you are limited. You are unlimited. You are limitless. And so that's what you're realizing. I recorded a reading earlier and it was very dark outside and no lights were out there. And now I took a pause, and honestly, I don't know if I will put that reading together with this, but I feel this desire to want to start over. And now when I come back on here to do a reading and I feel like I want to start over, the light is on outside on my back porch. So I can now see my willow tree, which is what I normally look at to kind of ground myself. So there's something here about starting over, that the direction you were going in wasn't working, and now you can start over using everything that you've learned from what you were trying to do previously. This is amazing. This is amazing, you guys. So I do feel that I probably need to maybe put these two readings together, but we shall see, because that reading just felt awkward to me at the time that I was doing it. But that's the energy that was there, is it was awkward. Like I didn't know what to do with myself. The camera angles were awkward. The messages coming out were kind of clunky. That's what it felt like to me anyways. But when I go back and listen to it, I will decide which way I'm going to go. Either way, you're going to get a reading here, and I'll try not to make it too long in case I do join the other reading with this one, okay? So it is nighttime, which I don't really do a lot of nighttime readings. I'm more of a daytime reading person. That's very interesting. I don't know what that implicates, but I find it very interesting that I all of a sudden want to do a nighttime reading. Felt very drawn to it. Nighttime I view as spending time with loved ones. So that's why I rarely do a nighttime reading, because I'm usually spending time with my family in the evening. So what's this energy? Maybe switching things up, or exploring the energies of the night. I'm getting owls here. Creatures of the night. Yeah, predators. Not in a, like, animals that seek their nutrition at nighttime. Yeah, so prey and predator, but not in a vicious way. It's not that energy. It's just going after what you like, working on a project at nighttime because that's when you feel like the energy is there to do it. Just like an owl hunts at nighttime because it sees clearer, you know. Um, its vision is made for hunting at night. So there's something here about doing something that you're working on at night or channeling some kind of energy in the nighttime or working on your spiritual knowledge or something at night. Something about using, and it probably has something to do with the moon. Yeah. Oh, so one of my friends got me that for my birthday, and I thought it was so cute. And I felt very drawn to show you now. Um, but to have this, I can't quite get it in the frame and have my face. So I'll show it one more time because it's so cute. There we go. And also, I feel like someone is curious about what that picture is of because it is new. I added it. It's a lion. Yes, it's a lion. So now that you know it's a lion, it's probably going to come in clear. I would like to know what you thought it might have been before I told you it was a lion. All right, I revealed that bit of mystery, and out came a card. The Tower reversed. Okay, so there is avoidance here. I'm getting an M initial. I'm also getting a rocket. Ooh, wait. What is this? Now I'm seeing like jumping, but like up, trying to reach something. Jumping up. But you're trying to jump up from soft ground. Yes, there is a need, like they're trying, what I'm seeing is these guys are, instead of falling down, they're actually jumping up, trying to get up to something they can grab onto, but they're jumping on these clouds, so it's like soft ground. They're not getting anywhere. It's like the more they try to jump up, the more they sink down. So what is that? Can you give us more information, Spirit? I am feeling a masculine energy here. Okay. We've got the Nine of Wands and, the High Priestess. Let's see. Let me feel that energy out. I felt the need to move my mic closer. So it's almost like Spirit's like, lean in, listen, get a little louder. Sorry if you heard that swallowing. Okay, so the Nine of Wands and the High Priestess. I just heard you're tired of ignoring the voice in your head. You're tired of ignoring the things that you feel. You just want to give in to the what is this? These thoughts that you have. You just want to give in to them. You're tired of fighting what you're feeling. That's what, and you feel something that it doesn't make sense to you. Yeah, that's why the Tower is reversed here. It doesn't make sense to you, and you have this feeling, but it doesn't make sense, and there's no logic to it. So you're fighting this feeling that you feel. It's like you just want to give in. You have an intuitive nudge about something and you just want to give in. Okay. Can you give us more? What is this intuitive nudge about? My card flipped over, but then it immediately got shuffled back in. So it's like you've gotten a glimpse. And I haven't seen the card yet. See, look, you can see it's right there. It's right there. Sorry. Wait, are there? Oh no, that's the white of that. It's right there. I haven't seen it yet. So you can tell that this glimpse, it's giving you a glimpse, and then it's like you immediately are like, no, that can't happen. That's not realistic. It's not logical. How is that even possible? So Knight of Wands. So this is, yeah, a big idea that you have. I thought I felt love there. Maybe this is someone who's very focused on love, but really you use the search for love as a way to not focus on what you should be focusing on, which is this grand idea, passion towards something, could be someone. So this could be romantic feelings with the Knight of Wands. Um, it feels like an intuitive nudge. Yeah. So for some, it feels like an intuitive nudge or an intuitive something. You just feel something that's like been poking at you, and it feels like it's towards someone, but it doesn't make sense. This could be that y'all are distant, or that there's an age gap, or they may be your boss or someone like on a different authority level, you know. This could be a multitude of reasons as to why it doesn't make sense, why you have the feelings that you do. Four of Wands. Wow. So it's definitely, I definitely feel love here. Um, so you have very strong feelings for someone, and I almost see this as you like imagining yourself living a life with them. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So we've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This feels like a feminine, a divine feminine, someone who has really shown up in themselves, has figured themselves out, is using their energy to attract abundance. And fate is on her side. Fate is on this feminine side. Don't worry about the labels. There's no gender, just the feminine part has come forward in someone, and this is that nurturing, compassionate, wise, well behaved coming in, disciplined. But I'm not seeing, what I'm seeing is discipline in growing and healing. This doesn't feel like Queen of Swords discipline, you know, or King of Swords discipline. This feels like discipline in being consistent with growing spiritually, growing, healing old wounds, healing ancestral wounds, healing, like going beyond what the surface level stuff and really going to the root. And it feels like life has kind of helped guide this journey along. Yeah, with the Page of Wands here. Yes, that, I mean, look at that journeyman right now. Right? That just confirmed that you've been on a journey of this healing and growing and figuring out why are the patterns happening in your life? Where is it coming from? What you can do to stop the pattern and break the cycle. Um I get the snake. Here's the snake. And that's that transformation, which connected to the earlier reading that I said I was going to connect to this one. So then we have the Ten of Wands. So we had the Nine of Wands earlier. And just look at the difference in these two cards, you guys. What do you see? I'm going to give you a moment to think before I say it. I feel like I want that spirit wants you to notice the difference. What do you see is the difference? What do you feel is the main difference in these two cards? Who looks stronger? It's almost like this guy, he's so battered and torn and about to give up and like having to lean on have support. And it's like spirit's like, yes, this is you having support right here. We got your back, and you can ask for help, and then help arrives. And look how much stronger and put together you are and more confident. And 10 being a cycle completing, that this is like you're at it, oh gosh, okay, get my thoughts together. There's a lot rushing in, just like this 10 of wands. It's almost like, okay, you've done this, you've mastered it, you're like, okay, I've learned this. This doesn't align quite anymore. I feel like I'm ready for the next thing. Feels like you're ready for the next thing. Like you feel like you've broken a pattern and you're ready to break the next pattern. Okay? So, let's see what's after this 10 of wands. It's almost like you're like, "Okay, I see what I can do now. I can actually, I can actually like kind of coach myself. I can actually um stop in my tracks and like decide like, wait, do I want to continue doing things this way? What's a different way I could do this? Well, that way sounds really hard. Yeah, sometimes the way to get to the path of freedom that you're trying to get to and the path of love that you're trying to get to, it takes a one hard decision right at the beginning, just one, like that one decision to be like, you know what, enough's enough. This is it. I can't continue doing this pattern anymore. And that's where this 10 of wands, that's where you're at with this 10 of wands coming out. You're like, I can't do this anymore. There has to be a different way. And there is. And that's what spirit's saying, is there is another way. But it's a hard decision to make. But boy, is it an abundant and fortunate, I'm hearing fortunate decision for you to be done and want to break that pattern. Hmm. I'm getting like really dreamy energy here, almost like it's like you've seen a future where you're happy. You've seen it, you can feel it, you can picture it. It's what you're ready for. Oh, this is what you're ready for. You're ready for your dreams to come in now. You are ready for it. You've had enough experience at this point that you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the wisdom, you have the backing, you have the confidence. The chariot. It's time to go. That's right. You're heading towards, I'm just seeing the star drapery up there on the chariot. It's like you're ready. You're ready to shine. You're ready to head towards your goals that you've had for a while. And this is going to require setting boundaries. With the Queen of Swords coming out, now the Six of Cups coming out means that it feels like, okay, so a pattern that I've noticed in growing. Why is there a gap there? I'm noticing I had, okay. I don't know. Maybe I'm just supposed to say, why is there a gap there? Maybe you can't remember something from your past and you're trying to find out information from the past. Like you feel like it's gonna fill a void if you, I don't know. It's interesting. Just feels like a gap in a memory is what I'm getting. Maybe you're struggling with remembering things. I don't know. But it feels like, well, a pattern that I notice is when people start to gain the confidence and heal and start going towards their dreams closer and closer, the people that are used to seeing them in a certain way um struggle with seeing them rise above. Everybody's comfortable when everybody's kind of at the same level. But when somebody starts rising above, that's when, the green-eyed monster starts coming out, or what I've noticed is things from your past will come up for you to reflect on. Let's see, I'm losing the words there. It feels like here that things from your past are going to come up that you've kind of cut out of your life already. You can feel the connection kind of slipping. And then it's like they come up one last time to say, hey, should I be here or have you moved on? And that's what I feel like with the Queen of Swords. It's like cutting out just the people and things that no longer serve you, that are no longer vibing with you. And sometimes that's a quick thing that happens, or sometimes it's a process, okay? Sometimes it takes a while, but you'll find that it just kind of happens. And when the universe is supporting you, you'll find that things get in the way of meeting up with this person or that opportunity, or jobs won't work out. When the universe and spirit knows that you are working towards your highest path, they will put blocks up for you. Like things get in the way of things that aren't aligned with you anymore. So some of you may be wondering why you can't meet up with that friend, why you can't seem to get that job that you've been trying to get. It's because it doesn't align with you, with where you're going. So they're almost kind of chopping the weeds out in front of you, like a guide through the jungle. And so you have to trust that if something's not aligning and it's just not happening, that it's just not meant to be. And that's okay. That is okay. There is nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's not one person is worse than the other or better than the other. It's just that your paths aren't aligning anymore. And that's okay. I know that makes some people sad, but you're heading, it's just so obvious with that clearing of your path that you're heading somewhere that aligns so much better. And that, with the star coming out, that is affirmed there. Okay. When I looked back at that gap, I felt so this was like a timeline jump, like a time hop, man. Time warp. Okay. I'm getting drawn to use a different set of cards. Yes, okay. My Egyptian cards, I was hesitant to use these just because some of the words are hard to pronounce. Some of the images I don't understand. It's just hard to read them sometimes. But what I realize in saying that is that it feels like that's the energy of being hesitant to do something because you may not be super strong in one area, but you'll learn. The more you get used to something, you'll learn it. It'll get easier. It just takes time. And instead of looking at how much you don't know, look at how much you'll learn. There's just a perspective shift that is needed right now. Okay. 22:22 on the timer. I'll be honest, it was at 22:19 and I literally sat here shuffling waiting for it to turn to 22:22 so I could say that. 22:33 just now. But so that feels, and I don't normally do that. So yeah, it feels like you're trying to have too much control in how things happen. Yeah. So I will remind you, like I always do, don't worry about the when and the how. Worry about the who, what, and the why. And the where if you want to. But even that can be up for debate, okay? One card is flipped over in the stack, just like what happened earlier. So there's definitely something like it gives you a sneak peek and then you just shove it back into everything else. But there's also another card that is wanting to come out here. So Osiris is the one that was turned over. And in the other when this happened, um, the other reading, it was Horus. So, god of the afterlife and fertility. Osiris. Resurrection. Born anew. Rebirth. Resurrection. I got Jesus there, like when he resurrected. This is like, yeah, ego death for sure. Like realizing that you are no better than anyone else and that we're all connected. Yeah, it's really in order to have unconditional love literally for everybody, like you know, Jesus did, you can't have ego, because ego is what makes us compare ourselves to others and that kind of thing. So there's definitely an ego death here, and then a resurrection from that. Protection from all dangers. Sa, father of the gods. Wow. What a cool card to get that I don't think I've ever gotten this before. So you are extremely protected in this journey, y'all. You're extremely protected. That's what I'm saying. They are whacking the weeds, the snakes, the mice, the any danger that comes. They are just, it's like you have guards just guiding you down the aisle in this crazy jungle. Yeah, look at the animals there in that one. We've got a lion, a dog, and a gazelle and a rabbit. Interesting. Maybe those mean something to you. Also, this guy has white hair, which I feel like is significant of like angels. Yeah, it's like a god. So, ooh, the air changed just then. That was pretty cool. Okay. I'm getting my angel cards. I'm also, you guys, I think this is selenite, but I don't know if it actually is. It will magnify whatever you put underneath it, right? So like, I don't know if you can see that. So it kind of magnifies the guy. You can't see it. I'm sorry. But in real life, I mean, it like magnifies him. So this stone, and I don't know if selenite's known to do that. It's not opaque, or it's not translucent. This you can see through. So I don't think this is selenite, but I use it like selenite. So there's something about, there's a different use of something that you already have. You've been using something in the wrong way. There's the message. I was about to go all around to try to explain that very simple message of you've been using something in the wrong way, and there's a much better way to use it. Okay. Yeah, my angels. Let's shuffle this deck, and then we'll end here because I said I was going to try not to do a long reading. I may just post this one and not the other one. I don't know. We'll see. The angel of human unity. Just like I was explaining, we are all connected. I always learn valuable things from everyone I meet. Man, I think that is one of my goals, is to just, whenever I go out into the world or I have to interact with people in whatever capacity, just having the attitude of, I wonder what I'll learn today. What am I going to learn about somebody today? Right now, I am learning about a couple through some love letters from World War II. And yeah, I'm going to tell you more about that in a different video, but just to give you a sneak peek, there I am working on a project and talk about connection. Like it has put me into their world, and this is from 1944. This is like World War II, right? And smack in the middle, like wartime stuff. And they're love letters between a man and a woman who are married. And so that's all I'm going to say. So that will come. I'm working on that now. Um, to become aware of the human unity that we can create and of the loving support that we can give each other is the core of real sisterhood and brotherhood. I always thought it was weird when Christians, when I would be growing up in church and they would call each other brother and sister, and I was like, you're not related. And now it makes so much sense. Why? As we lovingly begin to accept people and things as they are, we open a way for unity and harmony to be wonderfully synchronized, bringing the best situations for us and everyone around. That's what I'm saying. If we would just get to know people, and look past their traumas, we always speak through our traumas, and some people handle it better than others, and some people heal it more than others, but we all have it always. And so if we can get to know each other through that, like go past it and get to know the real person, if that's possible, we would see how connected we really are. And so it's like our stuck negative energy that we get from the things that happen in our lives, and the way we react to them. And something I always kind of told myself before was like, when you're a kid, you don't, it doesn't feel like you had control over your reaction. You were a kid, you just reacted. There was no being mature about it. You were a kid. So you just reacted, and it makes me wonder why my brother would go through the same thing and be able to make it humorous and people would laugh, and then I would have something happen to me and I'd be embarrassed and cry, and then everybody would feel bad. It's like, why was he able to react that way and I wasn't able to react that way? And it's like, we all come, and that's why I feel like I truly believe in ancestral stuff being passed down, because wow, the lights are kind of flickering really weird right now. Okay. Um but yeah, it feels like, and yeah, that might be a sign from the ancestors right there saying, yeah, we want you to realize that we pass things down to you that we don't want you to continue passing down. So, there is definitely something here about breaking ancestral karma, ancestral patterns. Just like, think back when people say, my daddy did it, my dad's dad before my dad's dad did it, and it's like, okay, well, just because they did it doesn't mean you got to do it. There's just something here about, yes, breaking patterns is very tough, especially if it goes deep in your family. But it's so encouraged. It's so encouraged. Okay? So, human unity. All right. We're going to end there, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this late night adventure into these channeled messages. And I appreciate connecting to you guys. I really do love it. And I almost crave it. Like, your energy's so cool. I almost crave it. Okay, well, the angel of faith came right on out there for an ending message. I have an unshakable faith in the inner power of my soul. And we'll end there. Much love and light, guys. Bye.